Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the City of Canning's agenda briefing for Tuesday, the 9th of September 2025. We're starting right on time at 6 p.m. Welcome, one and all, including those online. I declare the meeting open and start by acknowledging the Whadjuk people, the traditional custodians of the land, and we also, of course, pay our respects to elders, both past and present. In accordance with City of Canning Policy CM 105, agenda briefings are conducted to provide elected members with a forum to ask questions of the City's administration, and this is to enable informed decision-making by Council for the following week's ordinary Council meeting. Agenda briefings are not decision-making forums. Questions may be asked and answered, but no debate or discussion is permitted. Questions must specifically relate to an item on tonight's agenda. Elected members and employees must disclose any financial, proximity or partiality interest that they may have in an item and declare the interest at the commencement of the briefing or at the very latest when the item is about to be discussed. Financial, proximity and impartiality interests are to be disclosed in accordance with the provisions of the Local Government Act 1995 as they apply to council meetings. Elected members disclosing a financial or proximity interest must not participate in that part of the briefing relating to their interest and must leave the meeting for the duration of the item. Agenda briefings are open to the public, and this briefing is also being live streamed to the public via the City's YouTube channel. And lastly, please ensure that all mobile phones are turned off or at the very least on silent for the duration of the briefing. Councillor Paul Tuchek, people at home, the thousands of people tuned in will be wondering, no doubt, why are we all dressed? Sadly, I'm in my Fremantle Dockers clobber. It's a bit too soon, but we are. Why are we dressed in our footy colours tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, it is September and it is footy finals. So wearing footy colours, we are supporting the Fight Cancer Foundation, and that helps raise money so kids don't fight cancer alone. So that's good. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tuchek, for your enduring contribution. Each month we do a similar fundraising effort, and a small amount of funds will be raised tonight from the staff and also from councillors, and I appreciate your efforts in keeping that alive. Thank you. At item 2, attendance, we do have some apologies this evening. Councillors Parkinson, who second and also Singh, are unavailable for tonight's meeting. Approved leave of absence. There are no approved leave of absence. Disclosures of interest at item 3. CEO, have we received any disclosures?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've received no disclosures of interest either of a financial nature or of a partiality nature for tonight's meeting.
Thank you. That being the case, we will move on. Item 4 relates to questions from the public. I understand that we have not received any questions either on notice or live from the gallery, so I don't propose to open or close question time. We shall move on to item 4.3, deputations. There are none. At item 5, items brought forward for the convenience of those in the public gallery. Similarly, there are none. Reports of committee meetings. The recommendations of the CEO Performance and Salary Review Committee will be presented at the ordinary council meeting next Tuesday on the 16th of September. Reports tonight. At item 7.1, the reports from the Office of the CEO, Mr. Michael Littleton. There are none. The first report this evening is from Mr. Nelson Mauricio, the Director of Corporate and Commercial. It's CC 019 of 25, the monthly financial report for July 2025. Just before we start, I was going to say the recommendation, councillors, is on page 6 of the agenda and is also on screen. But before we start, there will be a minor amendment, and that'll be explained to you now by Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson.
Through you, Mayor. There's a slight error in the figure included in the report for materials and contracts in the revised budget. So the figure should really match the figure for the adopted budget. So we'll be making a change to those figures, both within the report and within the attachment, but it doesn't impact any of the commentary within the report and budget variance analysis.
Thank you. And Mr. Maurizio, I'm sorry. Any questions, councillors, in relation to the item in front of you? Yes, Councillor, Deputy Mayor Mark Bain.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Draw the City's attention to paragraph 20, section A, 0.69 million positive variance in employee costs is attributable to savings across various business units resulting from vacant positions. Is the city able to provide us with how many vacant positions there are, and if that is having any sort of material impact on any service or project delivery?
Mr. Maurizio?
I'd have to take that question on notice, but we can prepare the information and circulate that to elected members after the meeting.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of quick questions on the capital expenditure. On page 20, the Kent Street Weir Playground, the comment there, it is noted that the tender award anticipated for November 2025 and construction will not commence until early, and there is a word missing. If it would please be possible to provide that information. And following on from that, there's a number across pages 20 and 21 projects that they all have timing variance due to budget phasing as a comment next to them. Is the city able to provide an explanation as to why that's occurred?
Through the CEO, I think that would be the case. I've got Director Bowe is nodding in the affirmative beside me here. I think most of those will be projects of yours, Director Bowe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I can just confirm that the missing word, Deputy Mayor, would be just the word 2026. So the project will commence after the tender is awarded later this calendar year and will commence early in 2026.
Deputy Mayor, you happy with that?
And the reason for the timing variance due to budget comments on all the other projects?
CEO? Mr. Maurizio?
Through you, Mayor. The reason we have timing variances at the start of the financial years is we haven't profiled or phased the budget throughout the year. So the team have been working on that in the last few weeks and made those changes. So I expect the August figures, there should be those timing variances should be reduced or eliminated.
Thank you. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Any further questions before we move on? Thanks, councillors. We'll move on to the second item, CC 020 of 25, title of the report, the repeal of administrative policies. There are 5 policies there to be rescinded. The recommendation appears on page 46 of the agenda. It is also on screen. Councillors, any questions in relation to the item? None, thank you. We shall move on then to item 7.3. That's from the Directorate of Mr. Graham Bride, the Director of Planning and Development, the first of which is PD 007 of 25, proposed road closure, Tinto Road in Welshpool. The officer's recommendation is on screen again. It appears on page 61 of tonight's agenda. Any questions in relation to the proposed road closure in Welshpool? No questions. Thank you very much, councillors. At item 7.4, the Directorate of Mr. Warren Bowe, there are no reports from that area. Mr. Gary Fisher, the Director of Customer and Community, item 7.5. Similarly, there are no reports. At item 8, notice of motion for consideration at the next ordinary council meeting, there are none. Urgent business, there are none. Confidential matters at item 10, there are none. That has been a very short council meeting. I propose to provide some commentary in relation to the caretaker period which has been imposed on local government, and I'll provide some clear commentary on that at the OCM next week, only from the point of view that council at the moment, all local governments have had the caretaker period leading up to the local government elections imposed on them, which has really caused business as usual to grind to an absolute halt. And that is why we have held a meeting that will go for 8 minutes tonight. But I shall provide more comment about that at next week's OCM. Without any further ado, at item 11, closure, there being no further business, I now declare the agenda briefing of tonight closed, and the time being 6:08 p.m. and thank everyone for attendance. Thank you.